In this video, we're going to see how to sign and package our Apache Flex application using Adobe Air inside of IntelliJ IDEA. So at this point, our application is complete. And what we do to package it is we go to the Build menu up here, and we choose Package Air Application. So once that's selected, we say, well, you can tell that the installer is grayed out. Since this is a mobile Air application, you can choose in terms of Android whether you want to use captive runtime or not. So captive runtime on Android is going to bundle the Air runtime with your application. So somebody won't have to install a separate runtime to actually run your app. If you have this unchecked, what will happen is the person who runs the app on Android is also going to have to make sure to have the Adobe Air runtime installed separately. So if you choose this, and that's probably the safest thing to do, it'll make your file bigger, but it's kind of worth it. So you can tell here Android package type. It's going to create a native APK for us. Is this a release version, a debug over USB, or network version? We're going to want to do a release version. This is what we'll actually send over to the Google Play Store. If you're targeting iOS, you can choose a number of different items here too. Are you going to be testing without debugging, debugging over network, ad hoc distribution, or is this an Apple App Store distribution, which is, of course, the final one. We don't really care about iOS in this case. Well, I don't. I just want to create an APK, so I don't. This is fine. So let's hit package, and it'll tell us iOS provisioning file profile is not set. So it's like, oh crap, what do we do now? Well, if we go into our project settings, what we can do is look inside here. We've got Android, we've got iOS. Right now they're both enabled. If I don't enable iOS, because I don't have any sort of signing certificates for it, that's going to get rid of that problem for us. So going back into Build, Package, Air Application, you can tell now the iOS package type is actually grayed out, just like desktop package type is. However, we still are able to target Android. So let's hit Package. And you can tell it's going through and compiling the application for us, getting it ready to package. Alright, so here it says that we're missing all our different icons. So what's up with that? Well, let's dismiss this and have a look. So let's go back into our project structure. And here we'll again click on Android. And you'll notice here we have files and folders to package. So there's nothing to show right now. What we want to do is include those different icon files. So let's hit this little plus button, and we'll choose the assets folder that has icons and splash screens and stuff like that in there, and hit OK. So this should solve that problem for us. You'll notice here too that we can choose the architecture we want to target. So with Android, there's two types of Android architectures we can target. There's ARM and there's x86 or Intel. So depending upon what particular type of device and what processor it has is going to depend upon which one of these that we choose. Let's just hit OK here. So let's go through and choose Build, Package Air Application once again, and Package. We can see that the application is being packaged into main.apk. And then it tells us here that Air application created main.apk. If we go into our output folder here, we can see inside of production we have MobileFlex, and there's main.apk right there. So we can take this APK and distribute it to install on any Android device.